Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this week's Tuesday Tune-Up. I'm Tian Christensen, your guide, your host, your energy healer, your coach. I'm so thrilled to be here with you today, where we're going to be talking about being seen, why that's important, why it matters. And you've probably heard a lot of people talk about show up, make sure that you're being seen, stop playing small. And we're going to have an open conversation about that today. I'm going to adjust my camera here a little bit because it was a little off center and it's bugging me. Keeping it real here on this YouTube channel. So first thing we're going to do is I invite you to, if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. It really does help with the algorithms and all the things in YouTube land. Also, the flow of our sessions will always be me sharing with you what's come up in terms of messaging that wants to come forward and be shared with you, and the wisdom that I have been given to bring forward as I've been in meditation and checked in with the divine, which whatever word that you might use for the divine is absolutely fine. For me, it's goddess. And I'll also, as soon as you join the transmission, you are receiving Reiki energy to support you in your healing journey, to boost your physical energy, and to set you up to win for the rest of the week. Because everything that we're talking about here is to support you in creating a life of limitless possibilities, a trauma-free legacy, and to make choices with unshakable confidence. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with our 3 deep breaths. There's so much happening today energetically. I'm having a hard time getting my words out. So my apologies. We're going to go ahead into our 3 deep breaths and then into the quiet, more focused portion of the energy transmission so that I can check in on all that wants to come through today and what would like to be shared with you. So if you can, and you can do so safely, go ahead and sit back in your chair. Close those beautiful eyes of yours, allowing yourself to be fully in this moment. I'm going to close my eyes with you here a little bit too. Whew. Let's have a quick little check-in, slowing down for the moment. Are your shoulders relaxed? Is your back relaxed? Inviting your mind to be relaxed for this time that we are together. This time for you, for self-care, for healing, self-growth, whatever it is that you consider this time. Letting your mind know that all of the tasks and the to-dos and the get-tos, the errands, the things to be accomplished for today will get done. And it's okay to put all of that thought process on pause for the next 20 plus minutes. Everything will be fine. The calls that you need to come in will happen after this transmission, after you're complete watching it. Whatever it is that you get to get done today, whatever support you need to be in completion with what you would like to do, all of that will happen after today's transmission. That's just how it works. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths in to support us in coming into a relaxed state so that we can be present in this moment together. We will breathe in as deep as we can through the nose. We will hold that breath at the top for a moment, and then we will exhale out through our mouth. We'll do this together, and I will guide you the entire way. So let us breathe that first breath in now together. And holding at the top and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in again together as deep as we can. Holding at the top and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time together, breathing in as deep as we can, filling those lungs, the diaphragm, the belly. Hold Holding that breath and releasing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. And I invite you to again be in the space of receiving this beautiful Reiki energy that's being transmitted to you, coming right through your crown chakra, which is the very top of your head, and moving all the way through the central core of your body to your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your hara, and your root. Today, what's going on is a boost in the connection of your energy through your crown chakra all the way up to the cosmic heart, all the way up to the divine, because we are connected to the cosmic world. It's just the way things work. And some of you out there really feel that. And for others, maybe not so much. And that's okay too. And also dropping a grounding cord, feeling the energy around your tailbone as you are walking or sitting or lying down here today, feeling that energy pool and feeling a cord that's at the end of your tailbone. And there's some kind of weight on the other end of that cord, and it's just gently releasing all the way down through whatever it is you're sitting upon or lying upon, through the floorboards, through the different layers of our beautiful planet, grounding us into whatever we're sitting upon, or if we're walking, or we're outside, or we're exercising. Noticing how your feet, the bottoms of your feet, begin to feel really connected with the planet. Perhaps you notice a sensation of vibration or tingling on the bottom of your feet or around your tailbone as that cord winds its way down to find its most perfect resting place within the center of the planet. So today, as above, so below. I'm going to talk a little bit about that here, as that's what wants to come through today. And the idea that that phrase is actually a very ancient Hermetic principle. So long before the modern Wiccan movement, as above, so below, as above, is a principle within Hermetics, which is well over 8,000 years old, to support us in our understanding that we actually are divine. we are, whether or not we feel it at a conscious level, we are connected with the divine at all times. And the quote unquote heaven above, whatever your concept of heaven is. So the heavenly bodies, the cosmos, the planets, the stars, and the spiritual heaven, the metaphysical heaven, all exists, and we are connected to all of that energy at all times. As below, not meaning below in some kind of Christian mythology, theological kind of situation, whereas below in a negative way, as below, here on this plane of existence on earth, we have the ability, the power as goddesses and gods and spiritual beings, as divine sovereign souls walking this planet to create heaven on earth. As above, so below. And also what's coming up today is the symbol, the infinity symbol, being on a vertical axis. So this energy, this idea of as above, so below is in infinitum. I just made that word up. I hope you get what I'm saying. It moves in infinity. There is no end. That which cannot end has been created. And so this energy flow coming from above, from the beautiful heavenly above, our connection through our crown chakra and the cord of connection to the divine above us bringing down that energy, connecting us with our divine sovereignty as goddesses and gods and queens and kings here on this plane of existence, which is the below. Not meaning that there's a hierarchy of above and below, meaning that it's just the cosmic way that our creator created this world in which we live in. And there's a lot more that we could speak about in this kind of situation. So if there's anything coming through for you or any questions or comments that you have, please feel free to share in the comments down below. So there's a lot of quantum information out there around as above, so below, as above, the energy of infinity, our connection with the divine, our connection with this beautiful planet. And when we're grounded and feeling connected with the planet, with this plane of existence, then our upper chakras and our connection, the energy that we bring in, allows our body to actually physically expand, to literally get bigger, to literally feel our bones in the body growing like a growth spurt. So any of you who have kids or have had children, perhaps you remember those times when, our bodies, when we were little, we would bulk up a little bit, we'd gain a little bit of weight when we were younger, and then all of a sudden we'd go through a growth spurt and we'd pop up. And that weight gain, and I hate to say weight gain because it has such negative connotations to it. Here's a very positive thing: would just expand, and all of a sudden, the padding of our youthfulness, all of a sudden moves and becomes elongated as our bodies grow, and that happens to us spiritually as well. So, as above, as we bring in this energy, and as we're being fueled by this Reiki energy, which exists in this plane of existence and is being channeled to you right now through your crown chakra to support you in balancing all of the chakras, to bring you into balance for the week, to boost your physical energy, because I'm an energy empowerment coach. So a large part of what I do is to support you and my clients in boosting our physical energy and our energy bodies so that we can go out and create what we truly want to create in this world. And being grounded into the earth so that as we're expanding, as that energy is moving through our system, we're not floating away. We're not feeling too out of sync with this world. We're grounded. We have clarity. We can make decisions from a place of confidence and be unshakable in that confidence. So this is part of what's coming through here live. And now I'm going to tie that into being seen. Because it's no coincidence what comes through live always is connected to what the message is for this week, which is about being seen and why it's so important to shine brightly. As we elevate our vibration, as we raise our energy, and more energy comes through us to support our chakras and our energy body and cleanse our auras. And if you're not getting energy healing, I really invite you to do so. Someone locally, or you can reach out to me. There are many modalities that I transmit over distance. And that's true with all energy healers. And if you're local in Western Massachusetts, oh my gosh, let's talk about life activation, because that is truly the highest healing that I've experienced in my lifetime. And I am a stand and an advocate for everyone receiving a life activation in their lifetime. It's such a powerful healing, and it infuses the 22 strands of your DNA with light and balances your etheric field, your elemental field, your chakras, and so much more. So if you're interested in knowing more about that, there are practitioners all over the world that are certified through the International Modern Mystery School, which I'm affiliated with, and we can set you up with a practitioner because it's an incredible healing. Back to the topic on hand. Being seen is so important because, my love, the wisdom that you carry within you, even in those times when there's been some really hard experiences in life. And if you've been following me for a while, you know some of my difficult experiences, being the survivor of the nation's worst modern mass shooting, last year being diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer, which all clear. The last scans came back a few weeks ago, all clear. And I credit that to listening to my body and what it wanted and not allowing my mind to jump in and be in control. And I've talked about that before, and you can check out some of my other lives and other episodes about that, and how tapping into your 5 senses and being in deep connection with your inner wisdom, your inner guidance, your intuition, which is fueled by your connection with the divine, will always support you in making unshakable decisions with unshakable confidence. So being seen, this is all an invitation for you, my love, to bring that wisdom, that inner knowing that you have. Here, I'm pointing to my heart. You can't see it. That inner knowing, that little voice, that dream, the legacy that you know you are meant to leave behind. You can't do that if you're sitting in your cubicle or your apartment or your house and you're not getting out there and you're not communing with people. You're not speaking about what it is that you're called to do in this life. And maybe your career or your business is a big part of your calling. And with the entrepreneurs that I work with, that is often the case. However, many, many times, people are in a career or they've launched a business because they felt like they were supposed to do that, because that would earn them money. And they're at a point in their lives, being the driven entrepreneurs that they are, where they're evaluating, is this really my soul's mission? Is this really a pathway to support me in creating the living legacy that I know that I am meant to leave here on this planet to create a better world? So being seen through either connecting with your local community, physically in your city or town, or your neighbors, going to a town meeting, joining Toastmasters club, or any other kind of club in your area where you can be engaging with people, jumping onto your social media and beginning to share what it is that is close to your heart. You don't have to be an influencer to share your thoughts. I invite you always in every single one of these episodes to tap into one of your 5 major senses for this week. And we'll see which one wants to come through today for a week, so that you can be in connection with your intuition, so that what you are posting and what you are speaking into and what you're sharing with your family and your friends supports you in your soul's mission. Because I am a stand to support you in healing the past, to create a trauma-free living legacy, to support this world in becoming the beautiful place that it can be. And we're headed in that direction. So we absolutely need every single one of you living your true purpose and being a lighthouse and being that beacon. If you can think of a lighthouse, and there's that beacon of light that goes out into the fog so that the ships don't crash on the rocks and become destroyed. And I invite you to think about that imagery for a moment. When we dampen how we show up in this life, when we're playing small, which I'm sure you've heard that phrase a lot, when we're hiding, or we're allowing the past and our mind, our ego, our negative ego, to take us out of our game and to stay hidden, we're not shining brightly. We're not supporting this world and others by shining so that they can avoid the rocks and the cliffs, and they're just going to smash into those reefs and into those rocks. This is why being a lighthouse in life is so very important. And it doesn't mean that you need to be the biggest lighthouse in the world. I'm not saying, gosh, you've got to be an Oprah or Tony Robbins or any of the other big names out there, or, Barbara Walters or whoever it was that has inspired you in life. And I invite you to consider all the people that you have already inspired in life. Maybe you're a little league coach of some kind. Maybe you volunteer at your church. Maybe you volunteer in town or on Thanksgiving at a soup kitchen. Think about the lives of those people that you touch every single moment. That is being seen. That is living in your mission by shining like a lighthouse to brighten others' days. Bringing in the energy from above, from the divine, here in today's transmission through your crown chakra, moving it all the way down your chakra points, down through the central channel, and out through your root chakra to ground you in this planet so that you can be in connection with that infinity energy. As above, so below as above. That's the actual saying from Hermetics 8,000 years ago or more, to support you in being the lighthouse, because, my love, you are so very important. So I'm going to take a moment and pause and check the chat to see if there are any questions. If you have any questions or anything that you'd like to share, please go ahead and put a comment in the chat below. Regardless if you're catching this live or in the replay, I invite you to do the same. And if this episode, this transmission is supporting you, and you have someone in your life that you're like, maybe who's really struggling right now and could really use some positive energy and could really use some inspiration, and you feel like that this episode would support them, please copy this link and send it to them. And so that we can all be in community together. All right. Sometimes it's a little quiet live in the chat, which is okay. I often get lots of comments in the replay. So again, my loves, being seen and why it's important. The reason it's so important is because you are important, because your soul's calling is critical to the success of this planet moving forward in the highest vibration that it can be. It is critical to the well-being of all the people in your life and all the people that you don't even know. Because when we're the lighthouse and our vibration is at the highest possible it can be, which changes all the time, thus the reason for getting energy healings in whatever way that works for you or whatever way you're inspired to do so, leveling ourselves up is so important, because it really does impact the world. As you walk down the street, as you smile at the person in the grocery store, as maybe in traffic, there are people all around you who are frustrated or somebody cuts you off, and you can just be in that place of, whew, I'm not going to get sucked into being frustrated in this moment. I'm actually going to send this person love from my heart and give them a smile, and true authentic smile and true authentic heart love, because that energy cascades out from you in the smallest particles measured by science, photons, and goes out into the world and actually creates the energy that you're intending. And the thought that you're thinking in that moment goes out and creates this world in which we live in. So, one more little piece here that's coming through as a footnote, or to be followed up on with regard to that, the thoughts we think become things. Mike Dooley that's his thing. Thoughts become things. He was part of The Secret, if you saw that many years ago, or a part of his community. That is the collective consciousness. And that's a catchphrase right now that a lot of people are using. Oh, the collective consciousness, the trauma of the collective consciousness. We can heal that by coming together, healing our past so that we can raise our vibration and elevate ourselves in being seen and showing up in the world so that we can accomplish our soul's calling and be the lighthouse in this world. By doing that and taking one step forward, by cleaning the sewage of our mindset. And I did a live I think it was last month or 2 months ago. You can find it here on my YouTube channel, or I'll figure out if there's a way for me to post it above, which I know a lot of people do, where there will be a link above here. And so I'll try and make that happen. I won't try. I will make that happen. I'll learn how to do it and do it here. So clearing the sewage of your mind supports the collective consciousness and healing. And why is that important? I'll just say it. So we can stop gun violence. So we can stop strife and anxiety and abuse and trafficking, because there's something in the collective consciousness that is continuing to let those negative, evil, dark things happen in our world. And you do have the power to affect change on that just by being, as Gandhi said, the change that you would like to see. All right, my loves. This week, I'm checking in here. This week's invitation, this week's homework is it's sight, because it's being seen, to be in connection with your sense of sight this week. Really looking at people in the eyes as you're out and about, making eye contact and keeping that gaze, and also checking in with the energy that you have, because making eye contact this way is really different than making eye contact this way. Can you feel the difference in that? And being in connection. So connected eye contact from your heart, and noticing the things that maybe you're seeing, which you haven't seen before, as you are out and about in your home, and what you may be witnessing in others. All right, my loves, I am wishing you a beautiful rest of your day. I am loving you passionately. And we'll see you here next week for next week's Tuesday Tune Up. Mwah.